Ladies and gentlemen, listen, week 15, I ain't gonna lie, that had to be the craziest football weekend I have ever seen. And look, this week was so good. Oh, wait, before we get into it, y'all already know it's Danny's Corner. I don't spend too much time on the intro. We going to right to the football game. The Colts blew a 33-0 lead. Jeff Saturday, okay, listen. Y'all were up 33 points, okay? Now let me just listen. Let me get the stats up for y'all real quick. Okay. So you're up 33 to nothing. You give up 39 points in the second half. Kevin O'Connell for the Minnesota Vikings, their head coach, goes in the locker room and says, all we need is 5 touchdowns. Listen, this is why I believe the Minnesota Vikings were frauds to begin with. I know they won the game, right? You had the 40-3 loss to the Cowboys. Now you're down 33 to the Colts. And I know the Colts, they got some talent. They got some talent, don't get me wrong, even though Jonathan Taylor's out for the season, we just learned that. You're down 33 to nothing in Minnesota to the Colts, who, I don't know who Zach Moss was their leading rusher. Matt Ryan threw for 182 yards and 1 touchdown, and they scored 36 points. I mean, Matt Ryan must have the worst luck of any NFL quarterback in history. Like, it must be terrible. Because I've never seen a quarterback he's a part of the biggest blown lead in Super Bowl history. And he's a part of the biggest blown lead in regular season NFL history. Yeah, it's probably time to retire. Yeah, it's probably time to go, Matt. Matty Ice, yeah, you probably on ice after this game. But look, though, let me talk about Kirk Cousins. Look, 34 54, 460, and 4 TDs. KJ Osborne, 10 for 157. I mean, it's just, well, like, what is this? Like, what is that? You let KJ Osborne cook you. And Justin Jefferson, 12 for 123. And he probably gonna break Calvin Johnson's record. We kept talking about Tyreek Hill. I mean, look, Justin Jefferson, what he doing, he is Offensive Player of the Year. And I still can't believe, look, the Fighting Jeff Saturdays, and I know I talked about this game with somebody, my boy Eric, my boy, that's a co-worker of mine. He talking about they can't run the ball. I don't care if you can't run the ball, okay? You are up 33 points, ladies and gentlemen. 33, that's 5 touchdowns. That 5. You can't, Matt Ryan, you've been in the league 16 years. 16 damn years. And you mean to tell me you can't, without a running game, just put a drive together to score a touchdown? All you needed was one more touchdown. That's all you needed. It's not like you needed a lot. You needed one more damn touchdown, and the game would have been over. And you telling me you couldn't have done that? But you know what? I'm done. That's just the Colts this season. Because let Colts fans tell you, at least we were up 33. It was 21-19 against Dallas for the Colts. Then they gave up 33 in a quarter, in the fourth quarter to Dallas. Not this. It's rough. It's just rough for the Colts. It's just rough. Well, let me go to the other Saturday game this week. The Dolphins and the Bills. Okay, listen. The Bills obviously got the victory, and Josh Allen 4 more touchdowns. But, that's not really the story of this game to me. The story of this game is how the Miami Dolphins can't beat any good teams on the road. Tua 17-30, 240, 234, and 2 TDs. Now, Raheem Mostert had probably the best game of his season. 17 for 136, and they still lost. 32-29. Now, look, I'll say the defense played okay because we got to remember they're playing Josh Allen. and the damn Buffalo Bills. Okay, there's only so much you can do with Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Okay, that's only so much you can do. Just look, I think the defense played okay, even though Josh Allen threw for 304 and 3 touchdowns. I know, I know what y'all are thinking. Like it's just, but Miami, listen, they've lost 3 in a row. When they play non-playoff teams on the road, they're 5-0. They play a playoff team on the road, they're 0-3. Now they're playing the Green Bay Packers next week, who just got a big win on Monday Night Football. And look, I think they'll probably end up beating the Packers because, their offense is just so damn legit. But Miami, I can't get down with the Dolphins right now. I just can't do it. You're not about to tell me, I know they got all the speed, and I like Tyreek Hill, and I like Jalen Waddle. But your quarterback, first of all, I think he's got a weaker arm than Drew Brees, okay? I think Drew Brees has a lot bigger arm than your boy, Tua Tagovailoa. I think Drew Brees had a bigger arm than this, even after the shoulder surgery. Okay? Maybe y'all can tell me if I'm wrong or not. But you can't tell me that Drew Brees was underthrowing this many deep balls. This is atrocious. That's why, look, the Dolphins, I think they kind of get exposed in the playoffs. I think they go on the road. I can't remember who they play right now. But they'd be on the road in the playoffs. And most of the teams are playing cold weather. Cincinnati, the Bills, the Chiefs, all of them. And they struggle in cold weather against good teams. And the Dolphins, I just don't see it. I just don't. And let me touch on the Browns game because there were 4 games on Saturday. Let me touch on the Browns and the Ravens game. I really don't have much to say other than this. The Browns beat the Ravens 13-3. Now, if I'm the Baltimore Ravens, y'all need to go ahead and just pay Lamar Jackson because that was terrible. That was terrible. They scored 3 points. Tyler Huntley was 17 of 30 for 138 yards. J.K. Dobbins ran for 125 yards. And they still only mustered up 3 points. Just go ahead and pay the man. Go ahead and pay Lamar Jackson. Go ahead and pay that man. Just give him his bread. Just give that man his bread, and we'll all just be happy for Lamar Jackson. And that last Saturday game, really the first one that was played, was Brock Purdy continued. No, that was Thursday, excuse me. The Thursday night game for Week 15, Brock Purdy. Hey, listen, the 49ers could go to the Super Bowl with Mr. Irrelevant as quarterback. Shanahan, if he does this, Shanahan is already goated just if he does that. All I got to say. But let me get to my team. We played the Philadelphia Eagles off our bye week, okay? And listen. Look, I'll say this. Now, Justin didn't have his top 4 receivers. Of course, he only threw for 152 yards. He threw for 2 touchdowns, though. Okay? Dude, he had a good game. He was efficient. He didn't throw for a lot of yards, but he was efficient. And he ran for 95 yards. Now, mind you, this man was out without 4 of his wide receivers. A lineman got hurt. And then 2 more defenders. Well, no, just Jack Sanborn. And Jalen Johnson he broke his rib. Well, he didn't break his rib. This is a rib injury. But listen, it was 25-20. Jalen Hurts had 2 interceptions, but he ran the ball for 3 touchdowns. I mean, he had a walk-in touchdown. I mean, Jaquan Brisker blitzed to the right. Jalen Hurts just walked to the left. I mean, it was... Listen, I don't know if Jalen Hurts is still the MVP after this performance. And I'm going to talk about Patrick Mahomes going to overtime with the Texans. But Jalen Hurts did have 3 interceptions, and he also sprained his shoulder, so it's kind of bad. And all y'all talking about Gardner Minshew, if he was in here, we going to get to see, because he going to play the Cowboys on Christmas Eve, and it's going to be Gardner Minshew. And he probably going to get the next 2 games, because I don't think Jalen Hurts. Because if they beat the Cowboys, personally, if I was the Eagles and they beat the Cowboys without Jalen Hurts, I'd just shut Jalen Hurts down to the playoffs. Or maybe this is what I would do. I would play him that last game, just a couple series, just so he doesn't have so much rust on him coming out the bye week. But back to the Bears game. Look, we lost, okay? My team, we lost 7 in a row. That's okay. That's all right. We're at the number 2 pick. That's all right. But Justin, I don't think he played terrible. He had a run of like 50 yards where, he broke a sack and then took off, and Darius Slay on his podcast even talked about how damn good he was. But Jalen Hurts had a couple picks. One thing about Jalen Hurts, though, I like about him, he will throw that thing deep, because A.J. Brown, 9 for 181. Now, Jalen Johnson did his best, but, at some point, Jalen Hurts was just taking shots down the field. I mean, bro, what are slant routes? What in the Eagles offense ain't no damn slant route. But shout out to the Eagles. Got a big win. They sacked Justin 6 times. Good Lord. I mean, Lord. If that don't tell you we need offensive. They put Cole Kmet on Hassan Reddick, and Justin Fields got decapitated. I mean, serious. What is he supposed to do? And Cody Whitehair he tore his knee. We already got a bad offensive line. Now he injured. Man, I'm done. It's from one bad team to the NFC North. Let's go to another one. The Detroit Lions are 7-7. Man Campbell is biting kneecaps, and it's working. They were 1-6. Now they're 7-7. Listen, Detroit. Look, they might get in the playoffs because Jared Goff, 23 of 38, 252 and a touchdown. Listen, Amon-Ra St. Brown is playing very good too. Now listen, the Detroit Lions are kind of scary right now. They are a scary-ass team right now. I don't know if you particularly want to play them, because what they got going on with Man Campbell and all them boys, listen, the defense is starting to play well. We all know the offense is playing well. And I don't know, the Lions, they might not need a quarterback of the future, because they said they want Jared Goff. That's, listen. Boy, listen, Jared Goff, I might have been wrong. I might have been wrong about Jared Goff. I said he was trash. I don't think I think he's playing better now than he was with the Rams. I really do. Just because he's in Detroit. They are 7-7. They have won 6 of 7. When is the last time Detroit could say they look this good in 7 games? Now, and look, I know they played against Zach Wilson, who, listen, I mean, he was 18 to 35, 317, and 2 TDs. I get the yardage, but, bro, I don't know. It's just, how does Zach Wilson win the locker room back? They were literally wearing shirts that said Mike effing White. What is that? What is that, bro? And his teammates still don't like him. They was getting frustrated. I seen, what was that? Who was that got frustrated? Elijah Moore had got frustrated again when Zach Wilson airmailed him. It was one of them. Bro, they don't even like him in the locker room. They don't think he's good, and they don't think he takes responsibility. Now, Robert Saleh got something to do with that clock management at the end of the game. What the hell was that? But it's clear, the Jets, you kind of still need to find the quarterback. That's kind of what you need to do. But look, the Detroit Lions, shout out to them. Okay, y'all got y'all's a victory. And listen, 7-7. Who knows? Detroit could sneak in there because the Commanders just lost. I'm gonna get into what the hell happened in that game too. But the Commanders lost. Who knows? Y'all might get in there. But I talked about the MVP, one MVP candidate. And now I'm going to talk about the other one. Patrick Mahomes, 36 of 41, 336 and 2 TDs. The man set a record for the completion percentage for the completion percentage for for passes 40 yards, who's throwing the ball 40 times in a game. 80% Patrick Mahomes. What are you on? What are you on, Patrick? What actually are you on, Patrick? What is it? This man might have retaken the MVP lead. He might have. He might have retaken the MVP lead. He just what 36 or 41. These are pro athletes out here, and you just dotting them up. I know it's Houston, but still, damn. You had 6 incompletions? Come on, bro. Look, Patrick, you probably the MVP again, Patrick. That's all I got to say. The Texans, y'all the MVP again. But this next game, Trey, this is for you, my boy. My boy. The New Orleans Saints Who? Trey, say it with me, my dog. Andrew Gregory Dalton. Let me hear you say it. I'll wait for you. Say it one time for me. Come on, bro. Say it. Say his name. That's what I'm talking about. 11-17, 151 and 2 TDs. The Saints won again. Hey, they could win the division is all I'm saying. Alvin Kamara, 21 carries, 91 yards. Him. That's what I'm telling you. Now, I know y'all play Desmond Ridder, who made his first start. You know, he threw for 96 yards. Hey, listen, it's his first ever start. Not going to kill him. Okay, but we're not here for Desmond Ridder. We're here for Andy Dalton, who was 11 of 17. And Taysom Hill. Y'all got 2 QBs. 2 for 2, 80 yards and a touchdown for Taysom Hill. Come on, bro. Come on. What are we doing? Hey, this when the Saints go marching in. They marched right over Atlanta. Andrew Gregory Dalton got another victory. Come on, New Orleans. But anyway, let me go to my favorite game of the week. How about them damn Dallas Cowboys blowing a 17-point lead? Dak Prescott, some more terrible interceptions. Not a pick 6. Let me be real, okay? I'm going to be nice. Dak, the pick was not your fault, okay? It hit Noah Brown in the chest. But why are you throwing to Noah Brown with the game on the line, okay? Well, that's my question. You ain't got nobody. Where was CeeDee Lamb? Where was Michael Gallup? For real, where was the man had 2 targets and 1 catch. Boy, the Dallas Cowboys, listen. Y'all, boy, where's that defense? Michael Parsons talking about Jalen Hurts. You need to be focused on Trevor Lawrence while he was cooking y'all boys. Trevor Lawrence out here looking like the best quarterback from the 2021 draft. The boy was 27 of 42, 4 touchdowns and a pick. I mean, come on. Jacksonville, you got a hooper. I ain't gonna lie. But we not, Trevor Lawrence, that was beautiful. But we here for Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, 23 of 30, 256, 3 TDs and 2 touchdowns. Well, really, he threw 4 touchdowns. One of them just went to the Jaguars. But anyway, they were up 17. Where was Michael Parsons? He had 1 tackle. 1 tackle. Uno tackles. 1. Michael, what is that? What is that, brother? What is that? That is terrible. Dak Prescott, you should be ashamed. He threw another bad pick in his own end zone. Well, what are you? He tried to throw it to Dalton Schultz. There's so much blame to go around. Like, I could blame Mike McCarthy. On the drive before Trevor Lawrence walked it down the field on y'all boys. Please explain to me. It's 3rd and 1, right? Please explain why in the entire hell you would throw the ball on 3rd and 1. Make them burn their timeout. But, hey, how about them Cowboys, though, right? This is why it's been 26 years. We have 26 years of evidence on why the damn Dallas Cowboys can't win a damn thing. We got 26 years. It's finna be 27. Y'all going home in the first round, Dallas. Y'all going home. Listen. Dak Prescott. It is a huge problem. The man's got 10 picks since he's came back. That's the most in the NFL. Dak, first of all, y'all should have lost to the damn Texans. If the Texans knew how to convert from the 1-yard line, y'all would have lost. It really looks like y'all could lose out because you got the Eagles. I'm picking the Eagles to beat y'all just because we know what Dak gonna do. We was talking about are the Cowboys, would they have been better with Dak? I don't know, all these turnovers. I'm gonna start. Hey, listen, Dak Prescott, all these picks he throwing. I don't know, Dak. What you got going on? But the Cowboys lose a 17-point lead. How about them Cowboys? How about them? How about them Cowboys? But let me get to the dumbest way to lose a game ever. Now, the Las Vegas Raiders are 6-8. They won the game. They're keeping their playoff hopes alive. Now Bill Belichick, okay. Now let me tell you something, Bill Belichick. I don't know what happened. Ramondre Stevenson, you hand the ball off. First of all, why didn't you just take a knee? You decided to call a halfback draw with the game tied. You instructed. Listen, you're okay. Hold on, give me a second. I'm sorry. It's making my head hurt. The dumbassness that went on. Okay? The game is tied. You had overtime. Why would you even call the halfback draw? Because I know you said just get down. For what? Don't call the play. What would you even call the play for? Just take a knee. But other than that, forget that right now, because that didn't happen. He handed the ball to Ramondre Stevens. He gets about 20 yards, 30 yards, trying to pad his stats. This goofball decides to throw the ball back over his shoulder to Jakobi Meyers. And what he does, Jakobi Meyers catches the ball, circles back, throws a 40-yard pass to Chandler Jones, which was intended for McCorkle Jones, and Mac Jones gets stiff-armed into oblivion, and they lose the game. Bill Belichick, what are you thinking? Now, all I know is this. Mac Jones has been regressing this year because he was terrible today. He was 13 to 31, 112 yards, no touchdowns, no interception. And the sad part about this, the Raiders were about to blow the game again. They were up 17 to nothing, and the Patriots had come all the way back because Derek Carr, listen, bro, you are making it so hard for me to defend you, Derek Carr. This does not make any damn sense because that pick six was awful, okay? And I'm getting sick of it. This is ridiculous. If you got one more time to throw a terrible pick six, Derek Carr, and I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna rip your ass to shreds. But anyway, Mac Jones was terrible. Derek Carr, he finally got his weapons back. Josh Jacobs, shout out to him. He's the leading rusher. He's 22 for 93. But just the Patriots, what are you thinking? And just Jakobi Meyers after the game, I was trying to do too much and be a hero. My mans. You what? Like what? You threw the ball back to Mac Jones. That ain't Justin Fields back there. Dude, you try to throw it to Mac Jones. And then Mac Jones, you are a meme for oblivion, big dog. Like, the way you got stiff-armed was atrocious. I actually feel bad for you. Like, he didn't deserve that. Like, Mac Jones did not deserve that. But just Bill Belichick, bro, you're 7-7, and that's a bad way to go out, 7-7. It is what it is, Bill Belichick. I mean, now you got players going rogue. When you was with Tom Brady, this never happened. Never, ever happened. Never. Never, ever happened. Never. When Tom Brady was here, everybody just did what was told because Tom Brady was there. But speaking of Tom Brady, we going to the Bengals, who beat up on the Buccaneers. Now, I will say, Tom Brady had a very good first half. In the first half, Tom Brady was good. Now, it looks like Tom Brady had a good game, right? He was 30 of 44, 312, and 3 TDs. Tom Brady also threw a pick and fumbled just about every time he touched the ball. The second half, the first 4 possessions, turnover on downs, interception, fumble, interception. Tom, you're 6-8, right? You mean to tell me that first of all, shout out to Joe Burrow, 27 to 39, 204 TDs. And Jamar Chase, I'll say this, Jamar Chase and Carlton Davis, they was going at it. That was a good-ass battle for real. But anyway, Tom Brady, you mean to tell me you threw your marriage away for this? This is what you threw your marriage away for? Y'all are 6-8. Now, Tom's numbers look great. That game wasn't even close going in the fourth quarter because Tom had turned the ball over, and I forgot the fake punt for Giovanni Bernard. What is that? Like, what is that, bro? Like, I don't even understand. Giovanni Bernard talking about he didn't know the play, he forgot it, whatever. It's just, man, listen, I don't know, man. The Bucs, y'all gonna get the Cowboys. I'd still pick the Cowboys to beat them because, Dak Prescott gonna turn the ball over twice. But anyway. Listen, the Buccaneers, man, it's going to be a rough season. It's going to be rough end of this season. But the good part is you're playing the NFC South where everybody stinks. And I mean everybody. You might have a division game against the Panthers and Sam Darnold to win the division. Good God Almighty. And the last game I would like to talk about is the Giants and put your right hand up. We the Commanders who took a L, 20-12 to Daniel Jones and company. And I will say this, that was some damn pass interference. That boy just got absolutely just held the entire time. Now, Daniel Jones was not very good through the air, 21-32, 160. Saquon Barkley, I mean, bro, that spin move that he got is ridiculous. He hit that bitch twice on the Commanders defenders on 2 straight carries. Absolutely disgusting. I mean, Taylor Heineke. Now listen, look, Terry McLaurin, bro. You wasn't even lined up on the ball. You know, you looked over to the referee, did like that. You know what I'm saying? You know how the receiver do. They be like, I'm good. And the ref say, I'm good. And look, you lined up offside. Well, not offside. You know, well, it was in the well, essentially it was offside because it was a legal formation. That's offside for the offense. And you cost your team the game, bro. And look, and the pass interference in that on that last play was evident. But like, the Commanders, listen, they're now the 7th seed, and I don't know, man. Look, I can't. First of all, shout out to Brian Daboll. They are 8-5 with Daniel Jones. Now, here's the bad thing about the New York Giants. They're so good that they're not going to be able to take a quarterback unless you want to trade with the Chicago Bears, number 2 overall. You want to trade with us, you know, because we'll gladly take that pick. We'll gladly take it. We'll take all them picks. Listen, if you want to trade 4 first-rounders, hey, go ahead. Go ahead. But shout out Brian Daboll, man. And that was pass interference on the Giants, so I guess you could say they didn't deserve that. You know, they should have got, you know, another opportunity. But hey, it didn't happen. So, man, listen. That is the end of this week. That was the craziest week of football I think I've ever seen. Not to mention Justin Herbert he rolled to his right and threw it 50 yards and put it on Mike Williams' chest for the game winning. Oh, and one more thing, I forgot to mention the Patriots game. What the hell was that touchdown call, Oakland? Not Oakland, the Las Vegas Raiders. Like I'm saying, it's so crazy I'm forgetting stuff. But yes, that's the end of this video. This is probably my damn longest video because I got so much to say about this NFL week. This is week 15, 14, whatever it was. Listen, I appreciate y'all watching. Go on, like, comment, subscribe, share. Give your boy the HBO Helper Brother out, man. I'm back. I will be back with another video next week on Christmas Eve to recap all the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day games. And I'm gone.